It's Friday morning, and I'm headed to Patrick's Pub to meet with my good friend Allan Beetle to see how they're managing this COVID-19 pandemic. So let's make our way over there. Well, as I mentioned, I was on my way, and now I'm here at Patrick's Pub with one of the owners of Allan Beetle, and I'm a huge fan of Patrick's and Allan. And you probably don't know this, but the first restaurant I ever ate in Gilford was Patrick's Pub. The committee that brought me up here had a celebratory dinner after I was hired.
I know some people who are on that committee.
Yeah, and in the 18 years that we have been coming to Patrick's Pub, I can honestly say we have never had a bad meal or a disappointing experience. I don't know how you do it, but keep up the good work.
You know, I wished I could say the same, because I've eaten there a lot too. I've been disappointed once or twice, but I appreciate that. Thank you.
And I know that in 18 years of people coming to my church, I've served them for some pretty bad sermons from time to time. But one of my fondest childhood memories is of my grandfather. We lived in Jackson, Michigan, and we would go there lots of times on Saturdays or Sundays, and we'd sit on a couch and we'd watch a football game or baseball game or basketball game. And if my parents weren't around, Pappy always had a can of Old Milwaukee or Pabst Blue Ribbon or Schlitz.
Now, how old are you now?
I was about 10 years old.
Okay.
So when my parents would leave the room, Pappy would look around. He said, "Shh," and he'd hand me, take a swig. Now, if my daughter's watching this, my oldest grandson, Jaden, is about 12. I promise, until it's legal, I won't, indulge your children.
It's a good time to make that promise.
I do promise. Those are great memories. And then my uncle owned a little bar in northern Michigan, and I loved to hang out there and to see the glasses and sit at the bar. And most people won't know this, but one of my secret ambitions, and my church career might not work out. The jury's still out on that gig.
I don't think it is.
I think it might be, but one of my secret ambitions would be to have a little pub called Beer and Books.
Yeah.
We'd come in, have a pint, and just have a good conversation about something important or something unique. Mm-hmm. So how, Allan, did you get in the business?
My brother called me. My brother's the culinary guy. He was a culinary trained chef, and he was looking to go into the business, and he asked if I would be his silent partner. And
I can't imagine you as a silent partner. I never hear your brother talking.
That's all I wanted, was to be silent, to help him. And about 2 months into it, he called and said, "We're getting creamed." He and his wife Wendy, and can you come up and help? I was helping on weekends and stuff, and I'm like, oh my God! I had a career in the computer business. I'm like, but I always wanted to live up here. We came up here as kids all the time. My grandparents, my parents on Lake Winnisquam. So I came up, and that was 26 years ago. So it's worked out. And for 3 or 4 or 5, it was pretty iffy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's iffy all over again now.
Well, and the restaurant business is really a tough business, even in the best of times.
Yeah.
Now, at the Gilford Community Church, we have a number of active families who have small businesses. The Blackwellers, Chris and Derek, own the Winnisquam Bento, and Susan Brown, Lakes Region Floral Studio.
Yeah, amazing person.
She's a great person.
Yeah.
Mike and Lynn Barron, Barron's Major Brands.
Yeah. Just got a Bosch dishwasher.
They do good work there.
Yeah.
And then there's...
Can I come photo bomb?
Hey, how you doing?
Hi guys.
We're just doing a little video.
I know, I saw you. I'm like, I'm going to go photo bomb.
Well, you
Awesome.
have.
Good. Welcome home.
Thank you.
Hey, see you, Chris. And then Rick Edson, and he said to say hi to you. With
Yes.
Big Lake Realty.
Yeah.
And his wife Candy with the CPA firm. So and what all of you have in common is not only are you incredibly successful business persons, but you're so incredibly invested and generous to the community. So where did that philanthropic spirit come from for you? Pub mania and all of that. I mean, it's just amazing what you do.
I don't really know. I know that I love doing it. It makes me feel good. It's good for business. It's win-win.
Yeah.
And it's always like there's so many ways that you can help. And the tricky part is, how do you make it work for both sides? If you just had a lot of money and you could just write checks, you'd still be like, well, where should I give the checks, and how much, and what's the right number? And so you're in a business, and you have to make some money to pay the staff and keep the place open. So
like the
whenever
church.
whenever you do something, it's like, how do we make this work for both of us? And so it's always that, and I find that intriguing, and you try to be as generous as you can, and you
Well,
do.
you just sent a great check to Gilford Got Lunch. I mean, you're just so supportive. It really amazes me. You're an inspiration.
Thank you. It's a lot of asking people to help, right? And we just asked Eastern Propane. We asked them for a gas grill to do as a contest for the curbside pickup, and they said, "Well, we don't have a gas grill, but we'll donate $1,000 to."
Wow.
And so we're doing. If you go online at patrickspub.com and order, and it's for the kids cheesecake or it's for the kid some other dessert, $10 goes to Boys and Girls and Get Lunch. So that's their money. That's us trying to and working together and just using it wisely to try to kick off this new online ordering system. So those are the kind of things that are fun and they're gratifying. And Pub Mania is,
That's a blast. I've
big
never actually participated. My dream is to have Pew Mania, but people tell me that's a smelly idea.
Yeah. I think that you've participated quite a bit. So yeah.
Well,
So by
Allan,
the way, it looks like you've had a recent haircut, and I'm wondering, how'd you do that? Because I need a haircut bad.
well, actually, I need a haircut too. My wife.
Okay.
We've been married for 40 years, and my wife for the last 40 years has cut my hair.
She does good.
Yeah,
She
she's
does a
not
good
too bad.
job,
Well, it's
yeah.
got, this is a challenging head to work with. But, we have ordered some curbside meals from you guys.
Yeah.
Love your French fries, especially. I'm a vegan, so the menu's kind of restricted, but I love the French fries. And I would just encourage everyone to support our local business persons and businesses, especially those so invested in our community like Patrick saying, I bought a gift card and I'm looking forward to maybe donating to someone in need. And so how are you just adapting to the changing environment?
We're obviously we can't have customers inside, which is 95% of our business. Our takeout was maybe 1% of our business before this happened, and now we're really learning to be really good at curbside pickup and delivery. We never did delivery before. We've got a new online ordering system, and 75% of our customers are using that. And I had no idea. I thought it might be 20%, 75%, and the sales are up. And we're going to have our curbside parking signs come in on the parking lot shortly, and really gearing up our restaurant so when we open, the curbside pickup and delivery will remain.
Continue, yeah, that's great.
And so, we have our key staff going, and we've added. We probably have 12 or 14 people working now out of say 80, and it's growing. And so we're just going to keep working on it.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, you keep up the good work. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me. And we're all in this together, so do whatever you can to make a difference and to support people like Allan and the others I mentioned earlier. Take care and have a great day.
Always a pleasure.
Okay, good to
Thanks.
see you,
Yeah.
Allan. Thanks so much.